Milwaukee. This is a old tree in Juneau Park down by the lakefront. You actually can barely fit your arms around that. Milwaukee's different things to different people. You find apples growing. It's a place where there was a lot of immigration. In fact, the first peoples were exactly that, just the first peoples. The name of the book is Images of American Indians in Milwaukee, or First Peoples. So, ISBN number is 13978-07385825800. Or, if you were here in the 1800s, it was a place of brothels and saloons and cheap hotels and gambling dens and dance halls, and the mayor's name was Rosie, and there was so much corruption in Milwaukee that they voted in a socialist mayor, and became a very socialist place. So depending on the time and place, at the lakefront you've got these beautiful willow trees and fresh air. Modern art. Turkeys in the park. Turkeys in the trees. Back there's the Hone Bridge, which used to be a bridge to nowhere. So, forget what the news says. That stuff's biased. You can read books like this one by Jack Newens Porter, Milwaukee Memories, and he's Jewish. His parents were part of the resistance against the Nazis. I met him on the street. You can meet all sorts of people on the street in Milwaukee. Just depends on what your experience is and who you meet. Yeah. This book, Milwaukee Memories, highlights some of the good points, and it highlights, bad points. Like in the 50s, Mrs. Fink was murdered in her home in the Sherman Park neighborhood by an angry minority man. That was in the 50s. Also in the book here, you've got where there was also a triple murder in the 50s of a Jewish man and his wife and their employee, Bernard and Fanny Parnes, on 1800 North 4th Street. Again, by an angry minority man. Said it was personal, just went into their place of business and shot him dead. Now they renamed 4th Street after a minority woman who became the first minority woman as, I think she was an attorney general in this state. So you go from the first peoples that were living here to modern people and all the stuff in between. A bunch of immigrants from all over the place. Nobody was forced to come here, unless your parents forced you. Some people came here on sailing ships. We have a few historic houses. Old houses with new houses attached to them. We also have low bridges that eat trucks. And there's a lot of fragile wildlife. That bird's actually still alive. I found it on the street. It was still alive. It was still warm. It had moved its head a little bit. But I had to get to work. After some time in the backpack and on the bus, and after riding from Layton, it's up and sitting around. It's cool. And the little birdie flew away. Despite the glass walls and the glass ceilings and all the other things that happen in Milwaukee. Plenty of diversity here. Nature has its diversity. I saw this one morning. We've got all this Canadian geese sitting there flocking around on the lakefront, and there sits one snow goose in the middle of them. Hey, if you come to Milwaukee, enjoy it. But remember, we also have coyotes and foxes, and glass ceilings, and mountain lions too. Enjoy.